Check, check. 1, 2, 3. Check, 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 check. Check, check. 1, 2. Welcome to the stage, Cincinnati Public School Superintendent Shauna Murphy.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It is an absolutely beautiful day in the city of Cincinnati. And I say that for a lot of different reasons. One, there is no rain today. But even more importantly, look at your neighbor. Just look at your neighbor. This is Cincinnati Public Schools. We are Cincinnati Public Schools. Hey, I have to tell you, thank you so much for being here. I do want to pause for a moment and recognize a few very amazing people in the room, but I do want you to give yourself a round of applause for being here today. So I want to take a moment to recognize the people who set the direction, who tell us the North Star, who set policy, my bosses. I want to introduce them to you. I am going to start with board members who are not able to be here today. I definitely see not here today Board Member Lindy. Just want to acknowledge him in his absence. Board Member Mapp, want to acknowledge her in her absence. Board Member Bolton is not able to be here today as well. However, and we have our newest board member, definitely is here today, Miss Carrie Armbruster. And our Pro-Fight board member, Mr. Jim Crossett. And we have joining us today the Vice President of the Board of Education, Dr. Kareem Moffitt. And then, of course, we have our esteemed President, Mr. Brandon Craig. So joining me right now, we're going to do a couple of more introductions, acknowledgments. General Counsel Hoying is going to come and introduce our union leaders, and then we're going to follow that up with an introduction of our new principals. Ooh, all right, Mr. Hoying.
Thank you and good morning. I did want to thank and welcome our union partners. Want to thank the Cincinnati Federation of Teachers and Julie Sellers, the Cincinnati Association of Administrators and Supervisors, CAS. John Chambers is here with us this morning. From CFOP, our clerical union, I saw Carol Smith is here, and maybe Fanny Carradine. From AFSCME, Emily Bell. From the trades, Phil Bovard, and of course Greg Daubert here at CPS. From Local 20, Constance Hogans and Rick Garine. So I wanted to thank all of our union partners for their help this year. Welcome back.
Deb, you're doing the new principals? All right, Deb Klein, Assistant Superintendent Deb Klein, introducing our new principals.
Good morning, everyone. Great to see all of you. I would like to welcome our new additions to our staff, our CPS principals, many of whom are moving into a new role this year from assistant principals in our district and moving up to be the leaders of our school in the role of the principal. First, I would like to recognize, and if you are here in the audience, please stand and we will recognize you. Dr. Ruba Alsterhan, who will She was our assistant principal at Rising Stars Chevy at Westwood and will be now our interim principal at Carthage. Welcome. We have Miss Eben Wilder. She is our new interim principal at Gamble Montessori Elementary. Next, we have Mr. Andrew Miller, who is moving from assistant principal role at Cheviot to the interim principal at Mount Washington. We have Mr. Dean Bryson. Is he in the house? There he is. He is He is coming to us from Hughes High School as the assistant principal and will now be leading Reese Price Academy as the interim principal. And we have one more elementary principal who will be joining us, and this person is new to CPS. Mr. Jeffrey Grow will be leading Parker Woods Montessori. We also have a few K-8 and high school folks that we'd like to recognize that are joining us as well in their roles. This year, joining us, we have Morgan Mackinnon. Morgan will be our interim principal at the School of Creative and Performing Arts. She is coming from Clark Montessori. And then we have Ashley Morgan, who is going to be the interim principal at Virtual High School. There she is, back in the back. And then we have, I feel like I'm missing someone. And Emily Campbell, Miss Emily Campbell. She in the crowd? Emily is going to be leading Sands Montessori as our principal over there, and she was working at the district office for many years and has stepped into that principal role over at Sands. So welcome to all of our new leaders. We are so glad that you are joining us this year and excited to work alongside you.
Thank you, Deb Klein. I do want to introduce and present, for the most part, members of the senior leadership team. Do want to acknowledge Ms. Eve Bolton, Board Member Bolton, who arrived. Thank you so much for being here. So just a reminder and sharing of faces of who's in the room. First of all, I'd like to share with you, we have Dr. Alicia Smith, our Deputy Superintendent. We have Miss Amy Randolph, the Assistant Superintendent responsible for secondary education. I'm going to go ahead and slide in Miss Chrissy Reeves. Chrissy Reeves is joining us today. You'll hear a little bit more about the strategic plan. And so Chrissy Reeves is joining us to help us push forward the strategic plan. Chrissy Reeves. The newest member of the senior leadership team is a face that is probably familiar to many of you, but we have a new Director of Marketing, Communications, and Engagement, Ms. Dawn Grady. And we mentioned Assistant Superintendent Deb Klein. And no longer the neophyte of the senior leadership team, we have our Human Resources Director with us, joining us today. We're so happy to have her and happy that she's joining us. Okay, the money man of the day, our treasurer, Mr. Mike Guston. Our Assistant Superintendent, primarily working with K-8s and middle schools, Mr. Sierra Badgett. And our General Counsel, Mr. Dan Hoeing. Now, as our president begins to come to bring a few remarks, I do want to be sure to acknowledge the Clark Montessori High School Jazz Quartet. They were doing and providing the entertainment and the amazing music as we all were coming in today. But not only do I want to thank them for doing schoolwork a day early, I also want to acknowledge that they have been selected to perform at the 2027 Ohio Music Education Association Professional Engagement Conference in Columbus, Ohio. Congratulations to them. And we're growing. We also want to acknowledge the arrival of board member Kendra Mapp. Thank you for joining us, Ms. Mapp. And so at this time, I'm going to turn it over to our president.
All right, welcome back, welcome back. I just want to know, I did not get told to wear green today. I would have found some green to match the attire, but no, it's all good. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to an exciting school year where we're going to be doing a lot of great things. This year is an important year, and it's so important that we have all of you all working so hard for our wonderful students. You know, this is a year where we're going to be challenging ourselves to do a lot of great stuff. And so we have a great strategic plan that we're working through. We have a lot of great ideas that we're going to be working on. We have a lot of work that needs to be done to improve and to continue to grow as a district. And we know that starts with all the people in the room today, all the teachers in our district, all the wonderful social workers and other staff that are there every day with our students. You all are the ones who make the best difference in a child's life. And it is so important that we continue to work hard and continue to grow as a district. I'm proud to be a product of CPS. I am a product of Woodford Elementary, or at the time it was Woodford Primary, and Rosemont Condon and Walnut Hills. I know what a good education can take you, where it can take you. And I know that that's something we're focused on. That's something we all want you all to know that we have your back for. We're supporting you. We see this opportunity with you. So if you're not motivated to start this year off on fire to make this year the best year we've ever had, if you're not out here ready to jump through hoops and make sure every one of our students gets the best out of their education, I know the folks on this stage here will keep you motivated. I know the folks in the senior leadership team will be ready to motivate you if you need the extra motivation, but I know that all of you all will be ready to take back to your schools tomorrow the energy and the excitement and the readiness to make this year the best year we've ever had. So I'm just really happy to have everybody here. I'm really happy that we're getting ready to start the school back, and I know a bunch of parents are extraordinarily happy that y'all are opening your doors again for their children to come back. So welcome back, and let's get this go. Let's make this year the best year ever.
Thank you, President Craig. We love your energy. And President Craig recently coined a phrase that I absolutely love for us. We are the education capital. And I think that's so amazing. It speaks volumes not only to the history of CPS, but as we move into our third century and begin to prepare to celebrate our bicentennial. So at this time, if you don't mind, when you came in, hopefully you picked up a bag of popcorn. I'm going to ask you to silence your phones. I'm going to ask you to pay attention to the monitor in front of you.
Ready?
Define ready.
Ready to talk about the district's new strategic plan?
Only if you get me a little bit of that popcorn first.
Look, we only budgeted 5 minutes for this. Let's get going.
All righty, Mike. Let's begin.
We started at graduation and then worked backwards. Every grade, priority, and decision connects to one promise.
Every CPS graduate will leave prepared to live the future of their dreams.
The 2030 commitment names what every student should experience along the way. Excellent educators equipped to teach well. Strong learning that prepares students for their future. And adults who know each student and respond when support is needed. CPS will create those conditions, own the results, and work with families in the Cincinnati community to deliver. 4 priorities organize the work. Priority 1, strong instruction, backed by tools, coaching, and support.
Priority 1 is about strong teaching in every classroom. Teacher needs clear expectations, practical tools, and coaching they can actually use. And when a student needs help, we need to respond sooner. Central office has to make sure schools have what they need to make it happen.
Do the materials and support have a price tag?
Mike, come on, Mike.
It is literally my job.
Priority 2, students explore their interest and prepare for their next step.
We want students thinking about their future long before senior year. Elementary school is about seeing what's possible. Middle school is for exploring. By high school, students are making plans, gaining experience, and earning credentials. First, we're looking at what we already have to offer, who has access, and where the gaps are.
Hold on. There's a plan before a purchase?
Exactly.
I'm Michael Gustin, and I approve this message.
Priority 3. Earlier help when attendance, behavior, or life gets in the way.
Priority 3 is about making sure students are ready to learn. That means clear, consistent expectations for behavior, stepping in sooner when attendance becomes a concern, and better connections to social, emotional, mental health, and wraparound support.
So, who's owning all of this?
Schools and central office both have a role. We're making that clear so students get help sooner and nobody is left wondering who should step in.
Clear ownership is great. Keep that going.
Priority 4. Clear decisions, useful data, strong people, and resources tied to the plan.
Priority 4 is how we make the other 3 work. Who decides what? Are we using data to fix problems and not just report them? Are we attracting and keeping great people? And do our spending, enrollment, and facility decisions line up with that plan? We're putting the pieces together.
And what about the budget?
A 4-year financial and facilities plan with our spending tied directly to the strategy.
Finally, let's put that in writing.
We did.
I'll take a copy of that.
So what's new about this?
Here is what changes. Every priority has an owner. The budget follows the priorities. Central office is accountable for giving schools what they need, and progress is measured by what changes for students.
We start with the graduate we want to prepare, and then we work backward.
We're building one connected path from kindergarten through graduation and beyond.
And central office is accountable too. Did we give schools the clarity, resources, and support they needed?
Every priority has an owner, a plan, and a way to measure progress. And each year, we'll focus on the work that matters most.
And somebody needs to say what we are not doing.
Exactly. Focus means making choices. Every choice should move us closer to the promise. This plan comes to life in our classrooms, our schools, and in the choices we make together. We'll keep asking one essential question. Will this help more students leave CPS prepared for a future of their dreams?
So what happens next?
We get to work, and that work begins with us. Thank you for your time and attention there. We enjoyed making that documentary. I hope you enjoyed it too. All right, and so right now, you heard us all talk about and tell the story and talk about this concept of having a promise for the young people of Cincinnati Public Schools. But I do definitely want to acknowledge that as we're rolling out the concepts of the strategic plan, it is not yet complete. It is not yet approved, but we did want to begin our school year as strongly as we possibly can, letting you know what is coming after today. Some of the things that you'll hear about from the senior leadership team are pieces that have been worked on and prepared during the past school year to be kicked off this summer and this current school year. And then you'll also hear about our strategic plan. And what we're sharing today is the direction behind the proposed plan. So you'll learn about that CPS promise, that 2030 commitment, and 4 priorities around the needs of our school district, in particular, paying attention to the needs of our students, how central office will support, as well as what the schoolhouses will be responsible for. Much of this work is already underway, and today is an opportunity to connect that work, to discuss what will be coming forward from district leaders. Every CPS graduate will be prepared for a future of their own design. The future may be college, it may be career, it may be military, it may be entrepreneurship. But we are here to ensure that they are able to accomplish all of their dreams. You already see that work happening every single day. You see the students discovering what they're good at. You see the teachers pushing them further. You see teams helping students regroup when the path gets hard. The promise gives us all of that one shared destination. And as the proposed plan continues through the formal process, it'll also give us questions to keep coming back to. The essential question: does this help the students be prepared to leave CPS ready to shape the future that they choose? The promise describes what we want our students to be when they leave us. The 2030 commitment describes what they should experience while they are with us. So by 2030, every CPS student should feel known, valued, and supported. They will be taught by excellent, well-equipped educators, and they should be given access to learning that prepares them for their future. You know these ideas because we've already been working towards them. We have excellent educators. We have outstanding leaders in our school district. The proposed direction asks CPS to connect that work more deliberately, to name responsibilities, and to clearly make the best of CPS more consistent for our students. And when we say every student, we mean we have to look beyond averages. When we say known, we mean somebody notices their strengths. We mean somebody knows what they like. We mean someone knows what they don't like. We mean that there is someone to ensure that they have the best school day possible. The 4 priorities help us to fit all of it together. But first, let's hear what the promise sounds like from a student. So joining us today, we have Catalina Cordoza, a senior, a member of the class of 2027 from Hughes Big Red High School. Catalina.
CPS makes a promise for all of us in the district. Every student should leave feeling ready for the future they chose. But what does that mean? To me, being ready means knowing the material, understanding the real world, walking across the stage at graduation and not being afraid. I've been in CPS since kindergarten. I've had teachers and staff who supported me for years, those that still check on me, basically family to me, even when I'm no longer their student. I grew up learning 2 languages at the same time, 2 parents with 2 different cultures. Being at CPS, I learned I wasn't the only one who struggled with being bilingual. I've always struggled finding the right words to say, but from kindergarten through 8th grade, I didn't feel alone, learning that being different isn't something to be ashamed of. Though I still struggled. I had anxiety, depression, and undiagnosed ADHD until 7th grade. I thought I wasn't good enough, even when my parents said otherwise. They cared for me, they loved me, yet I felt like I had to be normal. I was scared, but in high school, I found people who I connected with, people who helped me be more myself. And with the help of my best friend, the teachers who cared, and my parents, things started getting better. I started believing in myself again. My older sister got into Dater for the ESL classes that helped her with English. My younger siblings got into Walnut Hills, including my nephew. And yet I always thought to myself, what is wrong with me? Nothing. There's nothing wrong with anyone. Students need adults who actually care for them, those that continue to show up every day, putting in work for all these kids to make sure they understand the material. So for all the staff and teachers, thank you for helping students who struggle, for making a safe place, for helping us follow our dreams. Gracias a los maestros que nos ayudan, a los que hablan en otro idioma. Keep that promise and prove it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So now it's time to do a pulse check, everybody. We have this code on the screen. If you haven't already logged into Slido, please log into Slido and tell us in 1 or 2 words How does the CPS promise make you feel about the direction that we're going ahead? So put that in Slido. We're going to be collecting questions, feelings, and polls like this. We want to know how you feel. We're going to share those questions and answers with you later. So be sure to put them in there. You can also upvote questions that other people have asked that you really like. So be sure and do that so we know which ones all of you all are thinking about. All right? Thank you.
All right, as you work on that Slido for us, and we want all of the feedback, and we definitely appreciate all of your feedback. And so what we want to do next is go ahead and start to take a look at the 4 priorities. The four priorities that are going to connect all of our work. They're going to outline what is going to happen in the classroom, in the schoolhouse, and they're going to work together to help us prepare our young people for after graduation day. So each priority leader is going to come and share with you what CPS is already doing and what we recommend focusing on next. So up first with priority 1, our Deputy Superintendent, Dr. Alicia Smith.
Mary, I can't hear my come up music. That was quick. All right. Can I have do I have to send it here? Yeah. Good morning. Oh, do I cut it on? All right. Good morning, everybody. So I am priority 1, and priority one is strong instruction. Strong instruction. For a moment, I want you to just sit back in your seat, and I want you to think about that favorite teacher you had. If you're a parent, I want you to think about that teacher that you were so excited that your child had. In those classrooms that you just thought about, those teachers, they had strong instruction. They push students to get to the next level. They use high quality materials. They assess students to see what they were mastering or what they needed additional support on. They celebrated students. They looked at students and they saw a bright future in them. They valued them and they loved them. When they hit the door, they were concerned about what they had done on the weekend and who they were. Strong instruction is only one part of what happens when you walk in the classroom. It's rooted in relationships. But we must have high quality materials. We must assess. They must be rigorous. They must be aligned to what the kids need. In order for us to do priority 1, as a district, we have to be clear on what that is. Everybody has to be speaking the same language. What does it mean to use the curriculum as intended? What does it mean to assess for learning? What are we using to assess for learning? Are we going to be using exit tickets, comp checks, lessons for learning? What are we using to ensure that we give the students what they need? We all have win blocks and intervention blocks, times to help those students move forward. But we have to make sure that those win blocks that the students are winning. We don't want to just have a time where they're coming in there and we don't understand what they're learning. We must have a systemic way of looking at the work where there is time bound to it. We're going to teach this standard for 2 weeks. We're going to assess to see if the kids got it. If the kids got it, then we're going to move. If 70% of them got it, we're going to move to the next standard. If they did not, we're going to come back and we're going to teach whole group. We're going to sit in our data meetings and discuss what the kids need. We're going to use our MTSS to make sure that it's systemic and there's a structure in our building so that we can do what we need to do. That's strong instruction. What is that going to look like for us? We have our networks that we're excited about. I know you are too. Give me a clap for the networks. Our networks are going to make sure that the work is streamlined, but also collaborative.
We will have our coaches that will be working with us individually with our schools, but then we're going to be working across networks because there may be strengths in the other network that I need in mind. We are not doing this work alone. We're going to have professional learning communities where we're all talking about effective coaching. What does a coaching cycle look like? How do I support a teacher that needs support? And how do I celebrate the one that's doing what she's supposed to do? So those professional learning communities are going to happen on Fridays. So we'll be prepared to do the work that we need to do. So the first thing we're going to do is come up with a common language so that everybody understands what high quality instruction is and how we are going to use it across our district. We have some teachers that are doing amazing things in our district. We need to create those model classrooms so other teachers can see what they're doing. We need to talk about autonomy. There are some teachers that are doing exactly what they're supposed to do, so we don't want to go in and impose and make them change when what they're doing is working. We're going to make sure we're all on the same page. And what does that mean? That means we talk about what it looks like, sounds like, and feels like when we do this work next year. We're going to talk about how we do this work. We're going to talk about what this work looks like across the district. And like this young lady said, keep the promise, put action to it. Yesterday, Kathy Wright said, we've been planning a lot, now it's time to do action. Our action is going to be happening in priority 1. We are going to support you from the district. We want to make sure that everyone has the tools they need to do the job. We want to make sure the principals are trained so that they can go back and make sure their staff is trained, that we all have the same language and there's clarity around that there is no ambiguity in it. We all know where we're going. What is that North Star? Our job is to impact student outcomes. And have you ever seen when a child gets it and they're running down the hallway to share with you how great it was? When they know their data, when they run into the car to tell their parents how great they did today. That's when you know that the high quality materials, the assessment, the MTSS, right? The interventions, right? The acceleration and enrichment, right? All of that is working together when you see a baby walk out of that building, they're smiling because they have got what they needed from you. So that is our charge today. Priority 1, we're going to be clear about it. We're going to set expectations. We're going to hold people accountable, and we're going to give support. But at the end of the day, we're going to be celebrating at the end of the year because our babies will have won in Cincinnati Public Schools. And the one thing I know about CPS, we are not scared of hard work.
Please welcome Cincinnati Public Schools Assistant Superintendent Amy Randolph.
Well, that was better. I got here this morning or yesterday afternoon, and they said I was getting cool like that for my song. We got it switched up, mainly because I feel like the unstoppable really fits with our work. Our students are unstoppable, our teachers, our staff, and all of you that are here today and out in our schools. So to me, that is our actual message to you, is that we are all unstoppable and our students deserve great things. So when we talk about priority 2, really thinking about what is the path beyond high school, making sure our students are clear, and really understanding that our students have access to many different opportunities. We have College Credit Plus, we have industry recognized credentials, career tech programs in all of our high schools. And some of the current expansion that we're working on this school year, we have our district-wide College Innovation Pathway in partnership with UC, so that has become a citywide program. Thank you, Principal Neal, for starting that at Schroeder. And so now we've been able to expand that. We also have worked with our career tech and our college team to do a collaboration with Cincinnati State around automotive that will also allow our students to earn a 12-point credential. We have also expanded for our second year our Zoo Academy, and also have some expanded programming in our Ag Ed at Aiken. So we are really excited to do some expansion. We also, hot off the press a few weeks ago, received a mechatronics grant for a new career tech pathway. So really excited about that. That will give our students the opportunity to work on robotics, AI, and really think about different careers in that realm. So we're really excited for that. And then also, if anyone read the inquiry this morning, Walnut Hills High School, third year in a row, #1 high school in the state of Ohio. So just a lot of really great things going on. This priority that I'm really excited to work on with all of you and our team is really about thinking about what students deserve starting in elementary school, really thinking about what does exploration look like, what does awareness look like. So really excited to work on this and work on a K-12 path versus students just in 7th grade or high school thinking about what their future is. So for year 1, the foundation is going to be about getting it right. We will map what future preparation looks like. We were able to work to ensure that all of our schools K-12 will have support around Beyond the Tassel initiatives. So we are really excited to start thinking about what does that K-5, K-6 exploration look like. We're also going to take a look at where our career tech programs are, what is offered, and making sure that we have equity in all of our programs. We also, I think I forgot this one, sorry, Withrow and Western Hills High School both added 2 public safety pathways this year, or credentials this year coming up. So really excited to just keep expanding our opportunities for kids. We're also going to look at our partnerships. What are the partnerships that we have? Where can we make more expansions? When we did Tri-Health graduation back in May, they were already talking about how can we bring more students into our IT department? Right now, it's very focused on health, and so how can we start looking at other programs that way? Looking at creating more academies like the zoo. Are there opportunities for students to be on site all day? What does the school day look like for students? So really excited to work on this. And for our students, this should lead to earlier exposure, more information, and consistent access across our entire district. So we are very excited for Priority 2 and looking forward to working with all of you.
Please welcome CPS Director of Student Services, Dr. Chrissy Reed.
I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that.
Thank you. I think they had to take that song away from Amy because they gave it to me.
No. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Priority 3 is all about making sure our students are safe, supported, and ready to learn. We can't work on priorities 1 and 2 if our students aren't in the building and if they're not ready to learn. You see this work every day. You do this work every day. Principals, teachers, counselors, social workers, our community learning center partners, and many others, too many to name, build relationships with those students and step in when something is getting in the way. Priority 3 proposes a more consistent way to organize that work around the whole child. It's looking at things like behavior, discipline, chronic absenteeism, social emotional learning, mental health supports, and all kinds of wraparound supports. That outcome is really simple to stand up here and talk about, but it's much harder to deliver. Every student needs to come to school feeling safe, supported, ready to learn, and they need to get the help that they need to stay engaged. And this is where that word, Ms. Murphy emphasized, that word known, this is where it gets real. We need to know, really get to know a student, and it's more than just knowing their name. It means that somebody is going to notice when their attendance starts to change, when their behavior might signal some kind of need that they're not saying, when a student is repeatedly removed from learning, or if several different warning signs kind of start to connect, noticing all of that, but then somebody owns that response. Recording things, collecting the data, recording absences or suspensions is not the finish line. Who is going to watch those patterns? Who's watching it? Who's reaching out? Who's connecting that student to support? And then who checks back to see whether that support helped? That is what we mean when we say students should be known, valued, and supported. So for Priority 3, in year 1, the work is going to begin with clearer attendance ownership at the school, network, and district levels. We need to make sure that we're aligning how attendance is recorded,
how patterns are monitored, when families are contacted, and how support increases when those needs and concerns for those students grow. We also want to make sure that we continue our training in multi-tiered systems of supports. We're going to give more attention to attendance as one of those early warning indicators, and we're going to provide some focused support for principals. Our goal is to notice sooner, respond more consistently, and then connect students with help before a concern becomes a crisis.
Please welcome CPS Treasurer, Mr. Michael Gustin.
Thank you. So I am not Jeremy Gollihue. This Priority 4 is Jeremy's. It's also his walk-up song, but he gives his regrets for not being here today, but hopefully I can do a decent job with Priority 4. So Priority 4 really is about the glue that holds the other three priorities together. You know what our students don't see? They don't see our org chart. They don't see our standard operating procedures, though we have them. They don't see our process workflows. They don't really interact with our systems. But what they do is they experience our systems. From enrollment in preschool all the way up to walking across the stage in graduation. They experience our systems and how we do those things. All of us employees too, I think, we experience those systems. Anytime it feels like something is harder than it needs to be or easier than it should be, that's part of our systems. And Priority 4 is about improving those systems across the board. We have talented people out there, I see many of them in the audience today, who are working on complicated problems in a very difficult, I would say, regulatory environment. You know, we are one of the most regulated industries in the world, and so we always work through that lens. But Priority 4 is going to recommend connecting that work, the work of process improvement, the work of financial rigor into our schools to work more directly with our students, and our school leaders. We are building a district, friends, that plans ahead, supports strong people like everyone here and everyone watching today, that makes decisions clearly, that uses data intentionally, and it directs resources where they're most needed. In year one, our recommended work focuses on clarity, a simple word, but sometimes hard to do. Clarity on who makes decisions and how those decisions are made, clarity on who gives input, who is notified of decisions, and how the work is carried out to implement those decisions. We're also going to work on strengthening how we use information. We need information that allows us to see a problem, to act quickly to address that problem, and then to make sure that our interventions are working as intended. Make sure we have an impact. We're not just looking to create more reports or another reporting structure. We have plenty of reports. The state requires us to report things every day, multiple ways. So we're not looking for that. We're looking for information that drives decisions. We want to lessen friction in decision-making, lessen friction in processes. We want to also improve some of our most pressing needs around retention and recruitment of staff, creating and developing a leadership pipeline, and in our long-term financial planning and our long-term facilities planning.
I wanted my music before we come back up here for this. All right, you guys, we're back to Slido again. So another pulse check. You've heard about the priorities and the focus areas and our commitment and our promise. So which one are you most excited about? Let's see it. I'm gonna let this play out. Guys, keep entering your information. And let's see which one of you guys wins. All right. Okay. I don't know, it seems like whole child supports and systems are like in a race. We're gonna say whole child supports is gonna be ultimately the winner, you think? All right, Chrissy, you win. We all win. Okay, let's go to the next poll question. All right, this is the really important one. So which one of these priorities do you see your work in the most? Which one can you influence the most? Whole child supports is winning again. I see you're the star of the day. The students are the stars of the day. All right. Okay, do we have another one? Do you have another poll question after this? Did I get all of them? All right, well then, Whole Child Supports is our winner. I think we're gonna roll with that. So, all right, let's bring up our next speaker, you guys. Now you get your real music. Let's let this roll.
All right, welcome back to the stage with his real walk-up music, CPS Treasurer Mike Gustin.
Thank you, Mr. Wessel, for the introduction. Yeah. So those of you who are wondering, did I have fun doing the video? Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun. Did I know how it would turn out until the very end? No. But a lot of fun. But all seriousness, or from all joking aside, to be serious, someone has to talk about the money. That's what I do. That's why they bring me up here. And of course, we talk about the new strategic plan. I recall a phrase that stuck with me for many years from my economics class, and that is that your budget is your strategy. And put simply, where your resources go really defines your strategy more than anything written on a piece of paper or more than anything we talk about. So a strategic plan becomes real, when priorities that we've identified actually guide how we use our resources, both our staff, our dollars, and also our time. We don't have to recap, but we know we made difficult decisions to balance this year's budget. And our financial realities going forward require a level of focus that maybe we haven't had in the past, but that we need. We simply cannot fund everything that we funded in the past, nor can we assume today's structure will continue unchanged. So we need a laser-like level of focus about our spending priorities. The good news, however, is as we went through some of the strategic plan work, we are already making significant investments in many of the priority areas. Our proposed plan gives us a clear basis for making choices going forward. We need to connect our annual spending to these priorities. We need to build a longer-term view of our finances and facilities, and we need to look closely at whether investments, both programs and vendors, are delivering what we need. For the staff, you will be provided with information to understand the conditions behind major decisions, and a full discussion of the trade-offs that were involved, and how those choices still prioritize the work that matters the most. Our job financially is to connect CPS resources deliberately and to keep the promise at the center, even when our choices are difficult.
Please welcome CPS Assistant Superintendent Deb Klein.
Thank you. Let's talk now about what happens in the school buildings. And the real message is that we will be here for you. That is the message. We are all here for you. And the magic happens in the school buildings. Principals specifically, I'm talking to you. We know that you don't need another plan dropped in your lap and told, go implement this. You've got this. Come on, you could do it. We know you don't need that. You need clarity. You need partnership and support that makes sense to your school, your unique school. Many of our principals experienced this at our second annual University of Cincinnati Principal Leadership Institute the first week in August. We learned from other leaders in the field. We collaborated with our CPS colleagues, and we supported each other while building a plan that met the unique needs of our school, where the work happens. We did this together during that Leadership Institute. We supported each other. Our network model is going to support the unique needs to help turn the district priorities into manageable school-level work through clear expectations, useful coaching, coaching time in buildings, and faster problem solving when something doesn't work. We're going to respond. We will be there for you. We will respond. Our schools and communities are different. We need shared expectations for quality with support that reflects each school's staff and students. Think about your individual school. You are not the same as the school next door or down the road or in a different community. They are all unique. This year in June, the Montessori Training Institute addressed one of these unique needs. We rolled out the Training Institute program and welcomed about 20 of our CPS teachers into the program, providing them with training to support and well-equip them to be educators in our Montessori schools. The Safe Sleep Lot addresses the need of the whole child. So when we talk about our individual schools, we talk about the children in the schools and meeting all of their needs. The Safe Sleep Lot has been opened, providing safe, secure, and family support services that students need to be successful while they are in your unique schools. With the support of the district, we will create conditions for learning, and our schools will be able to do the work. And these supports depend on having the right people in the right roles. We are here for you.
Don't stop believing. Hold on to
Please welcome Cincinnati Public Schools Director of Human Resources, Courtney Wilson.
Okay, everybody, I have a $5,000 check in my pocket for the person that gets this question correct. Listening? Okay. So what do all of these priorities and commitments depend on? Oh, people. Yep. I forgot the check. People. Right. We can have the greatest plans and goals on paper, right? But without the people, it doesn't work. And our students will experience the plan through our people. And it's the people that we recruit, develop, support, and retain. The good news is that we already have, we're not starting from scratch. We already have deeply committed people that are doing incredibly demanding work every single day. So we know that. Our opportunity now is to make the employee experience better. We want to strengthen it. From someone's first interaction with CPS, through their recruitment with Miss Rolanda and her team, HR, shout out to you all doing amazing work. Our onboarding with our civil service and certificated staff, Mr. Jones and Miss Indalacio leading those charges. And through our development opportunities with Mr. Travis Rowley and our district-wide mentors to grow and lead. So this year, Human Resources is focused on 3 things. Finding and keeping great people. We want to keep you all. Making our processes easier to navigate, and then creating stronger pathways for people to grow. And we're already seeing what those pathways can look like. Through our partnership with the Miami Teach program, 4 CPS graduates are beginning their careers as teachers right here at CPS. Shout out to Eddie Johnston, who's going to be at South Avondale. Emeka Taylor, who's going to be at Fairview. Tiara Foster, they call her Taz or Tez, at Midway. And Ava Von Prague at Roll Hill. So we're really excited about that program and the promise that it has. That's the kind of pipeline we want to keep building, growing our own talent, creating opportunities, and giving great people a reason to come back and to stay at CPS. We're also here to listen. So when our employees tell us that one of our systems or processes are making good work harder than it needs to be, we need to respond. Just last night, a principal, Crystal, sent a text saying, could you please just send the names of the people that you're talking about? And I literally sent a duh response to her. So those are the kinds of things we need to respond. Because ultimately, supporting our employees is supporting students. And when our people have clarity, the right tools and opportunities, they're better equipped to support our students and deliver on great outcomes for our students. So thank you and have a great school year.
Please welcome CPS Assistant Superintendent Sierra Badgett.
Thank you, Joe. CPS staffers, it truly is a lovely day. But we can't do this work without our families and our community partners. They bring valuable experiences to the table. They know our students, families know our students, they understand our neighborhoods, and they see opportunities that we may miss if we just look from within our district. Over the past year with our middle schools, we launched a POSSUP survey at 5 of our new middle schools. With that, we heard from hundreds of parents and our students. We had a 67% rate, which is pretty good when you look at the national average of folks participating in the survey. And our families were very clear. A theme that kept coming up was relationships. Relationships between the students and the staff, the partners and the staff, and the guardians and the staff. But they also told us areas to improve in too as well. So when we talk about engagement and we talk about listening to our community and our stakeholders, we must listen, actively listen, and then put that to a plan that is measurable, that they can see that we are listening and taking their feedback and moving forward with our priorities. Our community partners, they bring great relationships and resources and expertise to CPS. So thank you to our community partners, because if you weren't at the table, we couldn't offer as many things as we've done these past few years. We want to connect those resources to our priorities and remain clear that CPS owns this commitment. As many of you know, we have community learning centers in all of our schools, and we have resource coordinators. Shout out to our resource coordinators out there. And for folks that do not know, our resource coordinators help bridge the gap from the schoolhouse to our partners, or from the schoolhouse to the resources. That's the job of the resource coordinators. And from June of 2025 till May of 2026, resource coordinators have brought in $2.4 million in in-kind contributions. They assist the principal with bringing in programming to help enrichment to overall increase academics. So thank you to all of our resource coordinators for that work. We all know ultimately that trust grows when people understand what we're doing, why we're doing it, and when they can see that Their voice matters in what comes next. Thank you.
Call Dan Hoyne.
Please welcome Cincinnati Public Schools General Counsel, your friend and ours, Dan Hoying.
Thanks, Joe. I had half a dozen motivational songs to get things going. That's great. Thank you. Hey, welcome back. So from our office, a plan this broad and ambitious is going to bring real questions. Who has the authority to decide? What does board policy require? What commitments have we already made? What risks should we address before they become problems? The legal team's role is to answer those questions early and clearly so that good work can move forward responsibly. That means protecting students and employees, helping leaders understand boundaries within which they can act. Many of you already call us when something gets complicated at your school or in your department. Keep doing that. Bringing us in early gives us more room and time to solve the problem with you. The goal will not be to slow the plan down. There is an old joke about general counsel's offices that it is the place where dreams come to die. That is not our office. We work with you, we work collaboratively, we want to help you to move your dreams forward. This last year, we've done some amazing and creative things. The state changed the law on the kindergarten age, and we moved through that with different board policy. Rebecca Beach came, the safe sleep lot was mentioned. That was an adventure for the Office of General Counsel. We do innovative things, and we want to continue to do innovative things, and we want to help you with that. So our goal will be to help you to make sound, consistent decisions that people can understand and trust, and that will lead directly to accountability and follow through. Thank you, and welcome back.
All right, now please welcome the Cincinnati Public Schools Director of Marketing and Communications, Don Grady.
It's really, really, really fun to be back after a 15-year stay and now back after 6 years among people who so many of you all I know and are friends with. So not many people can start a new job with a whole bunch of friends already. So thank you for that. I chose the song Let 'Em Know for a reason, you guys, because that's what our communications job is, and that's what our team is here to do. Because one thing I know from the 15 years of being here before, there's a whole lot of good stuff happening all across this district and in every single schoolhouse that I've been in, and I've been in all of them. But we don't want to just tell people what's happening. We want to make sure that they know it and hear it in a way that's going to resonate with them and make them tell somebody else about it. We're going to help you shape stories that people remember. We're going to help you explain the promise, the commitment, and show the evidence. But we can't do it unless we have your help. You guys are the ones that are seeing what's going on. You all know the students. You know the strong teachers. So please reach out and tell us. We've already heard about some amazing things that have happened, and school hasn't even started yet. So keep the information flowing. Help us find those stories. Help us share them, because it's way past time for us to let them know, y'all, okay?
And finally, welcome back to the stage, Superintendent Shauna Murphy.
If you want to know who the voice of God is today, it's Joe Wessels over here. Great job, Joe. Thank you. And while I'm thank you, go ahead. I'm sorry. And while I'm saying thank you to Joe, I do want to pause and thank the entire communications team for working really hard. I want to thank the media who are in the room today. Thank you for helping us to tell our story and spending this past hour with us. You know, someone mentioned earlier today how excited our parents are going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow marks and symbolizes for me one of my favorite days of the school year, absolute favorite, because everyone has energy, everyone is excited, everyone comes together and you see the smiles and the pictures. But in order to pull off a day like tomorrow and the entire rest of the school year, it's never about what one person does or doesn't do. It is a collective effort. It is truly about all of us working together to tell the story of the Cincinnati Public School Promise. And I really just need to know if there's anyone in the room to join me and the senior leadership team and the Board of Education in calling out that promise, in being a part of that promise, in welcoming our students tomorrow, and knowing them by name, and making sure that they have all of the things that they need to be successful. If you are willing to do that starting tomorrow, would you stand to symbolize that you are willing to be a part of that Cincinnati Public School Promise? Oh my goodness. And let me tell you how important that is. You can be seated because I didn't get a picture of that, but oh my God. Let me tell you how important it is. Earlier you heard from Catalina. Earlier you heard from young people from Clark. Shortly you'll hear from students from SCPA. We also had ushers passing out the popcorn. We had ushers, young people giving you your program. Those were Men of More from the School for Creative and Performing Arts. And that is what it is about. 2 years when we began this administration, thank you, we said we would be here for kids. The mission does not change. And this work really started all throughout the summer. People ask, what do you do all summer long? Well, thank you to the facilities team for getting our buildings ready. Thank you to the school teams and HR for hiring the best and the brightest. Thank you for student dining for continuing to prepare and provide nutritious meals for our young people. Thank you to the transportation team who will have the buses rolling on time tomorrow. Thank you to our customer care center. I don't know if you've been over on the launch ed side. You know, and I don't want to leave anyone out. I sincerely, preschool, thank you for being around all summer, enrolling young people and explaining to young people what we do and why we do it. Every single department, treasurer, we appreciate getting our checks on time and help with getting our bills paid and making sure that we do our purchasing in the proper way. All of you are important because if something is not ordered, a book is not ordered on time for the schoolhouse, that means the teacher is delayed in instruction. That means the child isn't getting what they need in a timely manner. All of you are critically important to us, and we appreciate each and every one of you. Dawn is going to come back, I believe. Oh, are we doing the raffle right now? Last thing before we close out, I believe, we have a little raffle. We have a little raffle, and we want people to participate in the raffle. Do they have the other part of the raffle? No, or yeah? Yes, okay. So, up first, from Scholastic, we have a basket of books, children's books, and featuring Clifford the Big Red Dog. So let's see here. Deputy, you want to pull? Yes. Okay. Oh, wait, she said, wait a minute. She said, wait a minute. Hold on. Some drop. Okay. And the winner of the book, the basket. Oh, one fell out. Some fell out. Hold on.
You got a little hole in the basket.
We need a new basket. Mike, we need a new basket.
You wanna come? Go ahead. All right, last three numbers, you ready? 230.
Do we have a winner? They left.
You got it?
Principal Jeff?
Tiffany, come on down. Yes. Mr. Badger, fact check Tiffany. I'm sorry, I'm just messing. Where's the gentleman to help her get that basket? All
All
right.
right, our second raffle, we have a basket of goodies. So you can't be watching your weight right now. Basket of goodies.
A basket of goodies. She's no diet. Or if you are on one, just leave it up here. We are not. One, 2, 8. No? 1, 2, 8. All right. Must be present to win. I'm going to the next person. You see, I'm not looking because some of y'all competitive. You'll be like, you picked. 2, 2, 4. All right, Andrea.
And then one more prize. And this prize, are there any Bengal fans in the room? Any at all? Okay. So you know we won our first preseason game, right?
Yes.
And so you know we're going to the Super Bowl, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we have a pair of tickets for this week's game versus the Bears. Here we go.
Don't start looking at me like that now. I'm turning them all up. Look at her putting a hand up here, praying. All right, let me see. 2, 2, 6. Not the Steelers fan. You don't get those tickets. This whole office is full of the Steelers stuff. Yes. Give them to somebody on your team. Ain't that something? Whole office is yellow and black.
All right. So,
Okay.
Principal Hall, I have to get your email address. Can you write your email address down for me, please? And I'll get you those
Unbelievable.
today. All right.
All right.
All right. Principal Hall, they told me you're a Steelers fan. You may not wear orange and, what's the color? Yellow and black in my section, please. Thank you. Okay. All right. At this time, I believe, Don, we good?
One more Slido.
Oh, one more. Here's Don. One more Slido.
All right. Where's my music? You know I need it. All right. So tell us in 1 or 2 words how you're feeling about the direction of this plan now. You've heard everything. Our day is closing out. We only have a little bit of entertainment left. You can be honest. We want to see it all. All right, as this comes together, our friends from the School from Creative and Performing Arts have sent us a wonderful musical tribute to close us out this evening. So please welcome, or this afternoon, I guess we are afternoon now. Please welcome the School for Creative and Performing Arts Jazz Combo. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful school year.